Hey there, my name is Przemek and here's a review of God Body Disconnect latest album called The Spiral of Grief. It's already the 7th God Body Disconnect release, plus collaboration with Atrium Carcery and City's last broadcast, plus appearance on Locus Arcadia for artist split, plus involvement in all yearly Cryochamber Lovecraft collaborations, all this since 2016. So quite a lot of music from this project. Taking the general concept of the project under consideration, the concept which is highly personal and introspective, like some sort of musician's journey inside his own mind, facing his inner demons, trying to confront them perhaps through the music. It may seem like a continuous treatment for him, something that helps him to wake up each morning and get through the day, a psychotherapy through creative process, so to speak. Or maybe Bruce is just excessively creative and this whole concept is just an artistic creation. Well, I don't think so, but who am I to judge? It's not that important as God Body Disconnect work in general is really suggestive and deeply touching. I would say it is one of my favorite artists related to Cryochamber. For sure the favorite of those discovered by Simon Heath along with Mount Shrine. Rest in peace, Cesar. That element distinguishing God Body Disconnect from other Cryochamber projects is its character. I mean, the label's conceptual focus is musical storytelling, the artist's ability to tell a tale through music, a fantastic tale, may it be sci-fi or horror. Most of Cryochamber albums may be treated as a soundtrack for imaginary movies where the plot is suggested by titles, by the cover, by descriptions, by the samples used, or and the general sound and atmosphere. Not without the reason, the label's releases are often described as cinematic. And God Body Disconnect? I don't think there is more down-to-earth project in a Cryochamber roster. I mean, okay, some of the album's covers or track titles may suggest otherwise, but to me, all the project's albums are like another pages of a kind of a journal or a diary of a man lost in a big city, a man who may be struggling with depression and coping with loneliness. Sometimes those feelings are painted through music, but more often its excerpts are expressed in a spoken word parts. All this make me think of a small apartment, a city noise outside, dim light, full ashtray, and a gun on a kitchen table. Kind of a Travis Bickle vibe, but okay, no gun, I take it back. It's a Travis Bickle vibe, but without the violence factor. It's like the moment when Travis grabs a gun and goes on a killing spree is the moment when Bruce grabs his recording equipment and begins to make another God Body Disconnect album. I'm mentioning the taxi driver character not without reason, as I like to think of New York as that big city one, because it comes to my mind as first when I imagine a metropolis where you can drown in, you can die and no one will notice. Never been there. The impression is based on movies, books, etc. And two, because of Bruce Malham's accent in spoken parts. As far as I know, he is from New York, New Jersey area, and the accent is natural. So it reminds me even more of Scorsese or Woody Allen even movies. Let's be clear though, God Body Disconnect is completely different spectrum of emotions than Woody Allen features. Well, okay, in some of the movies, Allen's characters also had some neurotic issues, but it's another story. Let's leave it. Unnecessary digression. Uh, and despite all I have said, the music itself is rather soothful and peaceful in its sadness. Sure, you may hear some field recordings of a city crowd or a subway train, I believe, but it's like most of the time we're inside his mind, embracing his emotions, not the environment, if you know what I mean. It is composed of atmospheric synths, some mournful melodies, often created with a guitar, maybe of a post-rock provenance. And honestly speaking, without this conceptual background, it still could be considered as a journey inside one's psyche, but could also project the images typical for a few other dark ambient albums, you know, and empty, endless landscapes, the longing for what once was, the lament of a dying world, etc. Uh, well, even the cover is not urban at all, as you may see here, I think. No oppressive darkness here, just melancholy and well, grief, as the title suggests. And he's very efficient at what he's doing, really. The soundscapes he's painting, despite their sorrowful nature, make me feel comfortable and safe somehow. Actually, I can't say whether it is better or worse than previous God Body Disconnect albums, as I treat them as chapters of one bigger story, you know, or pages in a journal. Nevertheless, no disappointment from Bruce once again. Okay, that would be it. Thanks for watching. If you like, click like. If you didn't subscribe yet and you like what I am doing, then subscribe. And see you soon.